Hi, it's a Tiny Gamer, and let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV with Khelda. Right. It is the All Saints Wake event going on right now, and I thought... And I knew it was going to happen when I did the when I finished up the last VOD, so I'm like... What? So I thought, let's stay in Gridania. I, for some reason, got so lost. Oops. I'm still getting so lost. Because I'm like, wait a minute, where's the green check mark? No, I have to pick up the quest first. Wow. Chocolate chick. Oh. I'm a little foggy. I'm sorry about that. The weather changed very dramatically, and now it's wet and cold and rainy, and yeah. For those of you who may or may not know, that doesn't work well with me. So I'm not 100%, but I did want to finish this event before it goes away. And I just have Khelda and Templeton to do this event with for recording and VOD purposes, and then I'm done. Drink my coffee. All right. The Aether-starved Ahriman. The pumpkin-headed apparition is on the lookout for an able adventurer. This quest is available for a limited time only. Hey, it's been more than a few moons since we last met, friend. As it so happens, I have a proposition suited to your talents. Are you prepared to throw caution to the wind and consort with fiends most foul once again? Make sure I'm recording. Of course you are. But before we get to the heart of the matter, let us reflect upon the history of All Saints Wake. On this night, two fell fiends emerged to cavort and careen, unconcerned with the judgment of those on high, for the halls of the saint heavenly abode ring with merriment as the wine flows freely, and no one can be bothered to look down. Thus did God-fearing folk greet this particular sunset with trepidation, daring not to venture from their homes, no longer. Nay, for adventurers came and drove out the void scent, restoring safety to the city streets, and marking the occasion as one of jubilation. That's well and good, but what of the poor forsaken fiends? Are they too not deserving of revelry? My wish to see All Saints Wake reborn as a celebration for all, be they ghost, ghoul, Gridanian, or otherwise. And how do I propose to accomplish this feat? Binding obligations, friend. I've convinced the more sinister sorts to enter into contracts which forbid them from preying on mortals, In exchange, they are permitted to partake in the festivities, but there's one troubled soul who still seems incapable of getting into the spirit of things. Perhaps you'll be willing to give them a helping hand? Nothing too devilishly difficult, I promise. Before you get started, you'll want to get a grasp of the particulars by speaking with Papa Gruff. He ought to be performing one of his shows by the entrance of the Great Lone Brewery. Now go, I will be watching your performance with great interest. Hehehe. The rain in the game and the rain in real life are not helping me. Although it pains me so, our humble performance must draw to a close. Let us then end things on a high note. Ladies and gentlemen, I bid you feast your eyes on the fantastic Phil Cox and his transformation magics. What was all that about? The clowning and whatnot was a right laugh, but that last bit was bleeding rubbish. Come on, let's get out of here. Once more, you failed to muster up even an ounce of magical prowess. I had the crowd in the palm of my hand. We'd have been the toast of the town if not for your blunder. There you go again, shrieking the same old tune. I've had it up to my eyeball with this farce. Just because you know a few cheap tricks doesn't give you the right to treat me like that. I can't stand the sight of you, let alone the thought of taking to the stage with you again. Good riddance. Well, fate has conspired for us to cross paths once again. Out with it then. I know you're not here to swap pleasantries. A foul fiend failing to get into the spirit of All Saints' Wake? I'll wager you speak of Phil Cox, the fellow who stormed off in a huff. Like most of our ilk, Phil Cox and I have an insatiable appetite for aether, but unlike your garden variety void scent, who hunts hapless mortals like beasts, we prefer to sate our hunger with their enthusiastic approval. I tell you, there is no aether as delectable as you'll find in food gifted in genuine appreciation, which set me to thinking, perhaps preying on mortals was an old-fashioned and misguided approach. Thus did I commit to giving folks the sort of frights that dazzle and delight, winning hearts and minds, and in the process, no small number of aether-laden delicacies. And what better occasion for such terrifying amusements as All Saints' Wake? The method is catching, too. Many void scent now seek aether in this manner. Phil Cox is one such reformed individual. When I first laid eyes upon him, I sensed promise, but get him in front of a crowd and you're lucky to get a smattering of half-hearted applause, let alone a few measly crumbs. You'd be better off hearing it from the Ahriman's mouth, though. He can't have gotten far. I keep checking if I'm recording or not, and I'm sorry about that, but Thursday when I tried to stream and record, I had such issues, so now I'm a little paranoid about it. sniveling whelp of an imp. Magic this, magic that. The sheer unbridled cheek of it. Wilcox is practically frothing at the mouth. So incensed is he by his treatment at the hands of Papa Gruff. You must soothe him before attempting to start a conversation. Okay. Oops. Apologies. I have taken leave of my senses. Your timely intervention is much appreciated. Taking a big old drink of my coffee to hope that helps my throat. Words are hard. Wait, by the look of you, I'd say you're an adventurer. Let me guess. That pumpkin-head lady sent you to check upon me, did she? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you my tale. Try as I might, I just can't get the hang of transformation magics. And without the means to delight the crowds, we're starved for appreciation. I'm a Ahriman. Paralyzing prey with this big eye of mine? Not a problem. Turning them to stone with a petrifying glare? A trifling task. Hells, I can even smell despair and all manners of negative emotions in the people around me. Obviously, paralysis and petrification won't win over an audience, and my metaphorical nose for despair isn't going to put Aether on the table either. I ought to just tell that pumpkin-head lady I'm not cut out for this business. If you're here on her behest, you better come too. Sometimes when the weather is messing with me, you know, because it's too cold or too wet, it feels like my brain gets scrambled. Like signal scrambled, because I'll know I'll know what I want to say, but it never comes out that way. Black kitten. Oops. What is that from? Give me a second. I want to find out what that's from. I know. It's a monster mini. Okay. Oh, it's a duty. Gosh darn it. Is it? Is it bind on pickup? It doesn't say if it's bind on pickup. Hold on. Oh, it's an 8-player raid. Okay. No need to the fifth ball. Okay. Ah. Okay. It probably is bind on pickup. But it's cute. Okay. So I get distracted. What else is new with me? I gather you had a hand in Phil Cox's decision to lay bare his thoughts and feelings. My cat is sneezing. Whoa. Sneezy. Not that they did any good. I'm still stuck at square one. Underappreciated and underfed. Such a curious child. Are you truly so blind to your own potential? No doubt you have an inkling as to what I speak of. Pray share your wisdom with Wilcox. I'm going to say stamp out any negativity you sense within the comic book. I suppose I could give it a go. But do you really think that if I rid people of their woes, they'll repay the favor? I'm unfamiliar with mortal customs, but if you say so. Oh wait, I see the logic in it now. What better way to make use of my talents and knock that pompous Papa Gruff right off his pedestal? No, I'm getting ahead of myself. I have no idea where to start. Perhaps I can lend a hand with a little sleight of hand? Hold still. Not only is that get-up guaranteed to turn heads, each and every thread is imbued with a potent magic to aid in your newfound purpose. Oh, you know, I think I can feel it. Maybe this isn't going to be so tough after all. There you are. You know, I had thought to apologize for my harsh words earlier, since our act was an initiative and therefore our success, or lack thereof, was ultimately my responsibility, but I sense that you've been scheming. It pleases me to inform you. I hate when I get the hiccups. It pleases me to inform you, Papa Gruff, that I found a way to win over mortals on my own terms. And most of the time, whenever I have hiccups and I stay quiet about them, I keep having them. But the minute I mention them, it's like, boop, they go away. Like, really? I find that hard to believe, but since you seem so confident, why don't we have ourselves a contest? Whoever garners the most affection and thereby the largest share of aether-rich victuals wins. And to the victor go the spoils of subservience. The loser will be bound to obey their every whim. How does that sound? You're on. I hope you're ready to bow and scrape. That mortal epithet about one's bark being worse than one's butt. I'm going to look it up real quick. EPI.
Epithet.
Epithet. Okay. Alright. I didn't know that was said before. Okay. That mortal epithet about one's bark being worse than one's bite comes to mind. Prepare yourself, Philcox. I know I've got this marvelous magic outfit, but I'm still not entirely convinced I have what it takes to beat Papa Gruff on my own. Come with me, just until I get the hang of things. That's all I ask. Very well, I shall leave Philcox in your capable hands. Hehehe. Noise. All fiends sated on All Saints' Wake. After a nudge in the right direction, Philcox is ready to embark on his mission. This quest is available for a limited time only. I had to pause briefly to get a replacement drink because I finished my coffee. So now I have a adult tea. This is raspberry flavor. How about we try and find a troubled soul in need of aid? But let's get out of here first. Right, time to look for folks harboring negative feelings. Give me a moment. I don't know if it has anything to do with that pumpkin-head lady's enchantment, but my powers feel more potent than ever. I've already found someone, and whoever they are, they're awfully flustered. They're going to be northeast, I think, though I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure where exactly. The roads here can be confusing. Truth be told, this is my first time in the city. I've got a decent sense of direction, but I've yet to grasp the lie of the land. Should I trouble you to lead the way? Our flustered target is northeast of here. I'll be right behind you. Philcox is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Philcox behind by entering a different area or by speaking with him and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Philcox join you again, return and speak with him at the original location. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companion to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. I'm sorry to be yawning. I'm also at this weird point right now where I'm slightly cold, But I know the minute I turn the fan off, I'll start to get warm again. And it's like, such glee. They mentioned the clown. I'll wager they've just had the privilege of seeing one of Papa Gruff's performances. Listen, I'll be the first to admit that he's an expert illusionist, and you've only got to look at the folks like these ladies to see that he knows how to work a crowd. But I won't be upstaged. I'll prove that there's more than one way to win over an audience, by following your timely advice at it. Given the delight written on their faces, our opponent must have earned himself some sustenance, which means we have no time to lose. Onward. Now do small talk. Say, did I tell you that Phil Cox is just an alias? The pumpkin-headed lady suggests I use it to better engage with you mortals. My real name is actually... what does it matter? It's not like we'll see each other again when this is over and done with. Poor guy. It's this way. There's no other ones of those, right? No. Okay. Because that would have been bad if the whole time we're missing other points of talking. Oh gods, where's she gone to? This must be the fellow my senses were leading me to. Shall we find out what ails him? You there, what's gotten you so worked up? Oh, forgive me. There was this poor little girl who had been separated from her mother. I was helping her look, but she suddenly disappeared. I can't simply abandon her, but then again, I have an urgent personal matter to attend to, and I don't know what to do. In that case, why don't I and my associate look for the girl? Then you can see to your affairs without worry. Thank you, thank you. She is a young lass dressed in blue. I hope you're able to find her forthwith. He certainly was appreciative, yet here I am empty-handed. Forget the food. We have a lost child to find. I'm detecting a despairing presence to the east of here. Odds are it's the girl, which means I have neither your navigational and oops.
Noose.
Navigational noose once again after you. Odd, okay. A lot of people doing this quest right now, it seems. I thought this would be a fun opportunity to accrue some appreciation, but the poor girl is beside herself. She keeps calling out for her mama. Might I enlist your help? This must be the lost lass we've been looking for. If we want to earn her thanks, we'll need to reunite her with her mother, wouldn't you say? which means we now have a lane to locate. Any suggestions? I'm gonna say, why don't you try coming up with an idea yourself? I know, I can't keep relying on you, but just thinking about having to think for myself is making me anxious. Ah, that's it, anxiety. That's how one would feel having misplaced their offspring, right? Then that's the emotion I need to find. Found her. I don't know which is the bigger boon, having you by my side or this fancy finery. I think I've learned my way around the city more or less. I'll handle the next part on my own. Wait here. I'll be back with the girl's mother in no time. God be praised, you're safe. My voice is not safe. You have my eternal gratitude. Thank you for finding Mama, mister. Do you believe me now, Papa Gruff? Sweet, sweet appreciation, and all courtesy of my special talent. I can't help but notice that they didn't offer you anything edible by way of thanks. For my part, I've already been rewarded with a tasty morsel. That said, the gift of food is far from guaranteed. Indeed, perseverance is key, which is why I find myself performing show after show, I suggest you approach the contest with the same tenacity, Philcox. I'm afraid you're right. Constant effort is key. Luckily, I sensed another troubled soul while I was tracking down the girl's mother. I'd better see what I can do to help. You know, I think I'm ready to go it alone now. Why don't you let our pumpkin-headed benefactor know? I'll come and find you when I'm done. Well, I'm afraid my next performance calls. Until we meet again, adventurer. The adventurer returns, and at the precise moment I predicted. I do hope keeping Philcox company wasn't too taxing. What of our friend and his endeavors? You have my thanks, truly. Ah, speak of the devils, here they come. Dear, oh dear, that turned out to be a damn sight harder than I anticipated. And all I have to show for my travels is a single cookie. To think the first gift I'd received would prove to be the last. Curses. I didn't receive so much as a crumb. I suppose this means you win. Very well. I'm yours to command, Papa Gruff. Heh. You admit defeat far too readily, Philcox. Hooray, we found you. I wanted to thank you properly for helping me and Mama. I brought you a pumpkin cookie. Simply scrumptious. I'm glad you like it. Farewell. That makes it one apiece. A draw then. Still, Philcox, while you had some assistance along the way, you've nevertheless done yourself proud. To think I lived to see the day Papa Gruff sings my praises. Awfully kind of you to finally admit that I might have worth. Is that all you desire? My begrudging acceptance? Have you forgotten your reason for joining in the festivities in the first place? Of course I haven't. The good people of Gridania are still in need of my help. And where there are common folk in need, there are cookies to be given to me. Adventure, I had better get going, but before I do, let me say this. I might have found a way to make the most of my talents, but I wouldn't have been able to do so without you and the Pumpkinhead Lady. I'm sure we'll run into each other again one of these days. Till then. The promise I sensed in Philcox when he and I first met wasn't... I'm going to look this one up.
Illusory.
Illusory. I messed up. I didn't mean to click forward. I say those two fiends ended up having themselves a frightfully fun-filled All Saints Wake. Wouldn't you agree? And for your part in this, a fitting reward. I present to you a set of finery as worn by Gridania's most emotionally perceptive Ahriman. Perhaps you wonder if the outfit is endowed with the same enchantment? You needn't worry, there never was an enchantment. The little charade was my way of giving Philcox the confidence he so sorely lacked. Although I dare say such a measure was unnecessary, given he had you to cheer him on. Before I forget, you are hereby cordially invited to my humble abode for a get-together of sorts. Do drop by. I assure you it'll be frightfully entertaining. Anyways, your help is very much appreciated. At this rate, my vision of an All Saints Wake for mortals and boys and alike might not be such a distant prospect, though I do hope that these shenanigans haven't dulled your enthusiasm for the most occult of occasions. The little fiends in life. Oh yeah, I have enough. Guess everybody's getting a flying pumpkin. At first I'm like, nah, only a few of my characters will get. Looks like everybody is, though. Should you wish to visit my master's residence, it would be my pleasure to escort you. Look at Papagruff right there. Wait, hold on. Can I now talk to Papagruff? As you can see, I am having no trouble earning myself a cookie or two. Now, if you don't mind, I'm in the middle of a show. Do me a favor and go bother Phil Cox instead. Okay. That's kind of cool. Alright. Okay, as I said on other characters, everything is pretty much the same except this little, like, illusion dress-up thing that they have now. Up to something? Me? Never. I am but a fun-loving imp, here to help my fellow revelers enjoy the wake. And I can fashion you a very convincing guise for the masquerade. Hehehe. All I need is your memory of someone who made a strong impression, someone unforgettable, someone powerful. Yes, that's it. Okay, so there's a jolly woman as gentle yet indomitable as nature itself. Hehehe, that will do nicely. Don't worry, this won't hurt much at all. Just close your eyes. So we got Connie Senna. A stalwart, Rogaden woman of unshakable conviction. Got the Admiral herself. A rugged Hyrule man matched in loyalty and valor. Raban. A charming and compassionate Lalafellin lady of noble birth. Nanamo. A compassionate Hyrule woman who leads a secret organization. Minfilia. An eager Lalafellin woman who is the coin keeper of a secret organization. And then we got Tatsu. Super cute. Let's get back. I'm going to go ahead and take a little break, and when I get back, we'll do some more questing. Okay. Report to Minfilia, so... Oh, I'm not there. Oh, close. Oh. Okay, let's go to Minfilia. Okay. Look at the sun. Okay. Okay, let's see. Welcome back. Well, glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn in the 12swood? Sorry, I'm having a hiccups attack. I apologize. Two of Lahabrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devil taunts us. It is beyond a doubt, then. Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against the threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for this is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. Okay. Achievement unlocked skeletons. Wrath of the Titan. Minfilia is waiting to brief you and your fellow Scions on a new development.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Okay, let's see. I'm still trying to fix this. I'm sorry. What is that? Okay, that's the music. Alright, let me see.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no, it has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
Okay. Please say this is it. Let's see. I am so sorry, everybody. Let's see. Okay. I'm so sorry, everybody.
What sort of peril?
What sort of peril? Let me see. I fixed it. I fixed it. Yes. 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 Okay, good. Oh my god. So frustrating.
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
I'm not gonna decline. I'm good.
So you will accept?
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Minfilia?
Thancred, did you want to come? I think Thancred wants to come. He's getting all protective.
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
Hmm?
I never thought it in question.
Aw.
Ever reliable.
Yeah, let's go, Y'shtola.
Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, Send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Capilimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be.
He's like, yeah.
You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the sailor's ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Oh my god. I am so sorry. I struggled so much to try to fix this. I'm glad I fixed it. But technology hates me sometimes. Like, really hates me. And I wish it wouldn't. Maybe because I'm too old. I'm going to say it's because I'm too old. But I got it. Okay. Where am I going? Oh. Limsa. Okay. Am I? Nope. I'm older person. I can afford to go to the Limsa. It's fine. All right. Upper decks. Oh, there. Okay. Okay. Let's go this way. Okay. And after castle. Okay. Oh, look how cute the little snowman and the little present. That's adorable. That's very adorable. Okay. Hail, adventurer, and welcome to Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, speak with the personnel officer. Unless you are the guest we were told to expect. Aha, forgive me, madam. Do business, then. It is as we told the accident. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Gahomoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals. Fodder for their fell primal. Oop. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Word has spread of your accomplishments. On behalf of Limsa Laminsa, I thank you for heeding our call. I'm still recording. Okay. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Khelda personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people, nor is this the first time we have had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was the company of heroes we turned. It was to the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is then that we turn now to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Alimsa's best hope. Sorry, it is late. It is, what time is it currently? 12:41 in the morning. I hope you are right, yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the aristocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Lominsons who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Stola. Uh-oh. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it, yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and concern of Limsa Lominsa's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of aether further inland. Sorry, I was checking my calendar to see when the New Year is. New Year's on a Tuesday. Well, New Year's Eve is on a Tuesday. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of aether further inland. Sorry, yawning. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. Can I count on your help, Khelda? I'm like, yeah. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the kobold should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed in the Great Fleet mills in Lower Lenasia. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Okay. Making sure I'm still recording. Okay. All right, now I need to go to, where am I going? Actually, this one I'm going to Abandon that one real quick. Okay. That's okay. Oh, Morby Dry Docks I have not met yet. Okay. So leave. Okay. Lower Lenosia. Okay. Mapping the realm. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, I'm unattuned to that one. All right, let's attune to that. And then I'll come up here. That is what I'll do. Right. Well, I got that. All right. Dun, dun. Oh, no, I can't fly. It's not a flying machine. Dun, 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 dun. Oops. I turned too soon. Now I turn. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Go this way. Okay. Nope. Absolutely not. I want no part of that. Okay. Touch. All right. Oh, I get this. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Chocobo Keep. No, I lost it. Nope, nothing. Okay. Back to where I was going. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Oh no, not me yawning. Not me yawning. Oops. Oh no, I'm going the right way. At first I'm like, wait a second. The Furious Farmer. No, not the Furious Farmer. Anything but that. There's a great fleet. There she is. This dude. This dude. We saw this dude. With Izuna. We saw this dude with Izuna. And now we get to deal with him again? Oh my god, that's right. That's right. Okay. I'm recording. Okay. Hello. Lay down your burden, son. Come drain a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time. Find ye a lass or three. You're going to say something, Venture, or just keep staring? Eh? You want to know about the Company of Heroes? Ah, hells. Price of bleeding fame. Can't a Miller mill in peace no more? Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige ye. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Oh, Kaatapoh was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it ye wanted to know? Tales from the Titus Slayer. Titus? Kaatapoh is eager to regale you with stories of his glory days. Oh no. Oh no. Gah. So, you want to hear the tale of how the Company of Heroes bested a primal, do ye? Let me guess. You mean that bastard Titus, right? Titus? Huh? Oh, if only you'd been there to see it. It was a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit ye, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Gah! Just like that. Why? What's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill just south of here? Aye, do that, then we'll talk. Really? I think he just wants us to do his chores for him. What do you think? Come on, cat girl or cat girl. He just is lazy. Okay. Get the rats, huh? There's the rat's nest. Time to punch. Oops. Didn't even break a sweat. That's kind of cool. Eh? So the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Venture. Save me the hassle of... Ah, never mind. God. Hungry, hungry Gobus. Tom appears to be ignoring you. What? Excuse me. You still asking about how we beat Titus? Don't know, Venturer. It was a pretty risky strategy. The kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. Could really upon. Rely? I don't know. I want to teach ye. I really do. But unless ye prove ye have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. Yeah, you could. You don't know nothing. At the very least, you need to be capable of slaying, say, a Gobu. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here, so ye ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking ye to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road, why don't ye try heading due west and standing lookout, in case a Gobu comes calling. Play it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. Oh my god. I feel that's something you need to be doing. But like you're delegating it to me. Sorry, baby. You walked off. Okay, well. Let's find a Gobu. There we go. Destination. Big. Whoops. Whoop. Not in there. Oh, I'm dead. That's it. Adventure over. Eh? You again? Then that Gobu that was harassing the Millers is dead? Didn't think he had it in you, Venture. Still, you took forever and a day to get that job done. I'm still not sure if I should tell you our secrets. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't be like that. Okay. Can I get anything new? Nope. Sleepy. The Lominson Way. Rectum remains unconvinced of your readiness to defeat the dread primal Titus. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew a... Uh-oh. Rectum, you in here drinking again? If you are, that Gobu had better be dead. Oh, he's like, oh! Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have me word on that. Leave the beast skulling too with me trusty axe I did. No, you didn't. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. Was it Tractome who slew the Gobu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Tractome, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes. The legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. Titus? Titus? Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream? Company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody halfwit. Well, see, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sahagin shite I've ever heard. Both of you, outside. We'll learn the truth of the Lominson way. Tractome, if you didn't slay that Gobu, you may consider your contract revoked. You did it to yourself. Don't stare at me like that. Come on. Oh. Okay. Alright, you know the rules. First one to smash their boulder will be judged Gobu Slayer. And don't even think of trying to kill me. That's cheating. Who picks these boulders? They're nothing alike. How the hell's with it? Let the contest begin. Okay. Got it. All right. I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson honest. I have. Save your blubbering, Tractome. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to deceive you. I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and then there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was the captain of the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them. But you weren't. You went and believed me, look, his name was, what the? Wahiasket. Wahiasket, alright? Wahiasket. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus, or whatever the hell that thing's name is. That's what you wanted, isn't it? So come on then. Tell the chief to forgive me. It's only fair. The way he just wiggled his head. Just like a bobblehead. Oh my god. Okay, now I have to go to Coastal. When you're so tired, everything is funny. Costa del Sol. No. Eyes are watering. How are we doing so far time-wise? Okay. There you are. Pardon? You wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa Limits are depending upon us. You fancy yourselves heroes, then? Just like in the tales? Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with a power that protects her from primal influence. Thus was she able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray, be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered. Useful, but it will not be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was brought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserve better than the greeting I gave you. But I will not send you into Gahomoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gigaruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man, have you not heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogoromoru. Sorry. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I'll use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Yeah, very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa Lominsa hangs in the balance. My eyes watering. Okay, I'm going to be right back. Okay. I'm back. Nix that. Where is Kat? Would first like to verify that you are not a complete fraud. Oh my god. Master Gigaruju's requests can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like you to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. Wow. A Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring out with herring. Lay the necks and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. Okay. What's chicken leg? Nick's leg. Chicken leg. Chicken Nick's leg. Oh, where is it? This way. All right. Whoops. Into the water I go. I'm going to wait. Oh, that's a big thing. Oh, trying to smash me. Stop trying to smash me. Straight rude. Not smash little cute me. How dare you? I gotta go up. Here you go. Well, did you deal with the Knicks? Yep. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. I know such person. Anyway, now that that pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge that befits your talents. Really? Okay. A modest proposal. Where is Kat has an important mission for you. Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to come visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gigaruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gigaruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied by a suitable wine, and by suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I will have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landeniel at Camp Tranquil. What? You mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventure. If you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe that you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. Sheesh. Okay, well. Camp Tranquil, huh? Okay. Expensive, but... All right. Oh, there you are. You require assistance, adventurer? Yes. So this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant Amantios. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? Haha, you amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Yeesh. Kinda mean. Trial by Turtle. Len Daniel needs to explain a few things to you. Let me be clear. The business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them, was all jolly good fun. Redanians are by and large an unforgiving lot. The Toa here being a rare exception. I had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking, warring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. You understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven's pillar. Yeesh. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good Adamatos egg in a nest to the east of here, just right for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes. You do not need the challenge. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. Oh, okay. Rude. Oh, I think there's another thing I need to do. Is it you that I talked to? Yes! My feisty little chocobo. Yes. Dosiet appears to have caught scent of something. The unmistakable smell of chocobo clings to you, adventurer. Would I be correct in assuming that you have your own trusty steed? Aye, I thought so. Now tell me, is your bird battle-trained? If not, you might consider seeking the advice of Lou Quillot over at Bent Branch Meadows. The Ishgardian native is something of a prodigy in all matters concerning our fine-feathered friends. He should be able to help you attain greater affinity with your bird. Okay. Sweet, I got that quest. Okay. So that quest is basically to help it so that your chocobo, well, you can also ride it. It will also fight beside you in, like, you know, little fights and stuff. It's kind of cool. Okay. Where is the thing? That's a fate. I'd like to go around the fate. I don't want to deal with the fates. I'm so sleepy. There's it. Hello, mother. Whoa. Oh, you got me, you mean? Oh, well, I got you, so there it is. Okay. Do, do, do. Okay. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it that you intend to persevere to the bitter end. Yep. You know. Ah ha 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 ha. Such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Nah. He will be your next guide. Safe travels. Ooh, sorry. Yawning. Everybody turtle. Forgotten Spring. Here we go. Fine, it's whatever. Hello. State your business, adventurer. Ah ha ha ha. So this is the one way is Kit sends me. I haven't the foggiest way seizing you. Until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Yeesh. The perfect prey. Ode na want you to hunt the most dangerous game. Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle. There's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain the Adamtios egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The none I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am... I don't know how to say that properly, I'm sorry. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills. Instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, and the pragmatic. This is why I claimed my position, and this is why I still hold it, and this is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Excuse me. Across the desert to the east lies an Almoja encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both in his strength and his guile. Even face this Almoja in battle, you must find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test. You draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go. Slay this old warrior and bring me his necklace. Okay. Oops. Up if I went out the actual exit. Oh, that was a drop. Running along the sand. It's a sandworm. Okay. That's a bomb. Where are you going? Stay away. My dude. I said stay away, didn't I? Okay, let's see. I'm waiting. Oh, there you are. Come here, you. Gotcha. All right. No, not the bird. Like something that's not gonna blind me. Like, I love that I collected it, but oh my god. Now let's go. Go girl. You go girl. As I run to the rocks. Okay. Bob, thank you. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? Yep. Here you go. This is a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear? It belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see it for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. Okay. Nothing new. When the worm turns, he is finally willing to tell you of the ingredient you seek. I cannot. I feel like I'm butchering his name, so I'm just saying it like that. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a well-wicked worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but well-wicked worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Sangoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where well-wicked worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. Okay. Right there. Yep. Mount. There we go. Come here, you. Place the carcass and we'll... Okay. There we go. Whoop. Let's see. Come on, you. Oh, I have to wait over here. Hello? Hello. There you are. Man, you're ugly. Man, you're ugly. Get off me. Good. Okay. Yep. Ooh, my favorite. It's one of my favorite mounts. Yeah. Whoa. That's a dip. Come on, bug, stop. I've had this bug. You know, the flying bugs that has been bothering me all day. But I don't want to wave my hand too wildly at it because it's always near my drink and I don't want to knock my drink over into my computer. Knowing me, that's what's going to happen. Okay. Here you go. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Yep. Here you go. Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Miqo'te. Worry not. You have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Miqo'te's counsel. Alright. But hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. Oh? Ooh, mount speed and Southern Thanalan increased. Nice. There and back again. He would like you to deliver a gift to Miqo'te. The captain was always fond of this brained wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. I, Miqo'te, was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards. Okay. And time to go back. Yes. It's so rainy. Well met. Lindennel and olden none. I've spoken highly of you. What brings you here today? Here. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the Nunna personally. Now, you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to... Oh, ooh, that thing scared me. Bug flew right into my face. I hate that. And, like, I flinch, and when I go look for it, it's disappeared. You will have... Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Al-Dinar this time to obtain it. Okay. Nope. The things we do for cheese. Where is Kit? Would like to tell you about the final ingredient needed for the banquet. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect the last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop, and the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident herself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozun Naz'un. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Okay. All right. I think this is a good place to stop for now. So that's going to be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.